Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out to stand up for our university.
Thank you.
My name is Larry Schultz. I'm no relation to Gary Schultz. I'm here to tell you about some of the mistakes our Board of Trustees has made in these past 18 months or so.
It's a game. The game starts at 3:30.
But first I'm gonna, you must have heard me speak before.
No, it's the list of what they did wrong is so long.
First I'm gonna make a list, because I'm a Penn Stater and I'm fair. I'm gonna give you a list of all the good things they did. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Time.
Want me to go through the list again? Let's go back 18 months to the spring of 2011 when a newspaper story appeared in the Harrisburg Patriot News that said Jerry Sandusky was being investigated for child sexual abuse. If we're to believe what we're told, no member of the board ever heard about that story.
Yeah, right.
I read the story. You all read the story. Nobody did anything. No statement, no nothing. But in May of that same year, 2011, they were given a briefing by Graham Spanier and Cynthia Baldwin, and they were told that Tim Curley and Gary Schultz and Graham Spanier and Mike McQueary and others had testified under subpoena at a grand jury 100 miles away from here. Years of rumors. Oh, by the way, at the end of the briefing, you might think they spent hours grilling the people who briefed them. No, there weren't any questions from our Board of Trustees, none. And so they had years of rumors. They had officials being subpoenaed to a courtroom 100 miles away. They get a briefing from their lawyer and from the president of the university, and they have no questions. Our goose was being cooked down in Harrisburg, and our Board of Trustees had no questions. Ladies and gentlemen, that was either incompetence or something worse.
Ask Corbin.
What's the truth? Hiding something.
BYA.
It's unacceptable. They failed. They have to resign. In late October, the chair of the Board of Trustees, Steve Garvin, received word that Jerry Sandusky, Tim Curley, and Gary Schultz, no relation, were about to be indicted. And he told John Surma and Jim Broadhurst, two other trustees, and among the three of them, they told nobody. Our Board of Trustees had the exact same information that you had. They saw on TV that a bunch of Penn State people had been indicted for child sexual abuse and perjury. They had a heads up for a week or 2 weeks, and our Board of Trustees did nothing, prepared nothing, made no efforts to protect this university. Wow. That's either incompetence or something far worse. They failed this university and they must resign. And then we get to that day in November, that series of days in November, when an unprepared, deer-in-the-headlights Board of Trustees tries to go out and grapple with this in real time in the media spotlight. You know, Mr. Garvin resigned. And in part he resigned because he failed to alert those other trustees. I want to know, what are Mr. Serba and Mr. Broadhurst waiting for? His last act of leadership, his maybe only act of leadership, was to get out. Right. And Mr. Surma and Mr. Broadhurst need to make haste. Yes. So we saw these sad days in November where this unprepared board tried to grapple with this in front of the national media, and every talking head with a microphone and no facts went on and on and on about Penn State, and we said nothing. We hired Lanny Davis to provide us with crisis communications.
Monica! How did that work out?
We paid him millions of dollars when his advice, apparently, if they took it, was to hunker down, apologize, and hope it goes away. Well, it didn't go away. They're still wailing on us. They hired Louis Freeh, paid him $6.5 million to tell us what happened.
Ruby Ridge! Waco!
And what he told us was that this university sold out its academic reputation for big-time sports, and that's a lie.
Not Joe Paterno! Joe would never do that!
But that didn't stop the November Board of Trustees from sorta, kinda, by implication, ratifying the whole thing and agreeing that it was all true, even though many of us can see that it isn't. Out of that, of course, we next found the NCAA. Let's talk about them for just a moment. They told us in November that they were coming. They sent Rodney Erickson a letter. We're coming. Did Penn State's Board of Trustees hire a lawyer, an infractions lawyer, to start going over our case and preparing to defend us? No. You know when they hired that lawyer? July 13, 2011.
12.
2012, pardon me. You're right.
It's contagious!
You don't want to get the year wrong. That's already been done in this case. That's been done to death. Okay. We waited all that time. We hired a lawyer who was on vacation. And then he got run over by the NCAA. Whatever we paid him, I don't know what kind of guy he is, but he didn't have time to put on a case. They didn't hire him. They weren't interested in defending this university, and that's either incompetence or something far more sinister. They have failed this university. It's unacceptable, and they must resign. Now we get to 2012, and we got a new chair, Miss Peets.
Melonhead.
And she told us right after she started that she and other trustees would soon be having town hall meetings with the alumni and faculty and students so that we could exchange our views. 8 months have gone by, 0 town hall meetings. And she told us the other day there probably aren't going to be any. Well, I hereby declare this the first alumni town hall meeting. And I hope she can hear us now. I graduated from this university in 1980. It served me for 32 years, and it'll serve me till the day I die. My daughter is a student here, so I come to this not as a football fan, but as a parent. These people will be selecting our next president if we don't do something.
Right.
Their behavior in this matter has either been incompetence or something far, far worse. They failed us, they betrayed us, and they must resign. As a parent of a current student, and perhaps a potential student coming, I am sick and tired of waiting to hear what these people bungle next. We can't have this anymore. If you were a Penn State graduate and hired by some Wall Street, or Fortune 500 company, and you performed like this, you would be gone.
Fire!
Everyone here has stood up now. You're all standing up for Penn State. We need all of you to get 3 or 4 more people. Use your email, use your telephone, use your elected representatives, use the Pony Express, use smoke signals, sign language, and use your checkbooks to send a message to this university that we won't tolerate this. It's time for the folks on the outside to knock on the door of the country club and say, the privileged ride is over. We're all members. Let's save our university. Thank you very much. It's been an honor.